From Castle Rexworth and the Rexworth Estates, I bid you good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are and whenever you are. My name is Rexworth, Lord Rexworth, and I welcome you to our Wednesday night stream. Thank you so much for staying with me all throughout the week. Going to be doing a lot more streams, basically streaming every night this week. And there's good reason for that because Christmas Day, not going to be streaming and probably going to be on a bit of a limited schedule for next week, just because give myself a little bit of a break. But in the meantime, we're going to celebrate. We're going to have some fun together, and going to be playing a bit of RoboCop Rogue City tonight. So it seems like it's a rather action-packed week, not just in terms of the amount of times I'm streaming this week, but also in terms of content. Last night, those of you who were in the Castle Rexworth Discord, we had a movie night playing a classic Christmas film that's almost a necessity around this time of year. And then tonight we're going to be playing RoboCop. Tomorrow is going to be Hitman World of Assassination as we get into the Hitman 2 portion. Let's see. Then Friday is going to be Black Mesa starting at 8 p.m. Eastern. Might possibly push that back just a bit, depending on what I hear back from one of my gen mates, Abbott Internal, over at Project Astadia. We may have another trial run of some updated features on Ringleaders, which if you joined us last Friday, that was a Project Astadia-wide collab. And it was a chance for us all to test out a game, and it was ever so fun, and just over 2 hours flew by in the blink of an eye, really. But it was an absolute blast, and we thoroughly enjoyed that. And so Abbott's going to be starting up, I believe, around 4 or 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I believe that's what he mentioned. So yeah, might see if we can join him a bit later. Going to be working the day job around that time, but we'll see if perhaps we can join and progress around 8 p.m. Eastern, and then we'll just push back Black Mesa, do a bit of a longer stream, and do that later in the evening. And then Saturday, you'll want to join us 3 p.m. Eastern for the Christmas Karaoke collab. Going to be doing that with Celeste Altair, and you know what? We may just open that up for anybody else who wants to join in from Project Astadia, or maybe some dear friends that we know who could join in via Discord and just sing some Christmas carols together. It just sounds like a lovely time. And then Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern, Christmas Eve. Going to be doing some Christmas video reacts, so more of a relaxed, just chatting stream, and then of course Christmas Day, going to be taking that day off to be with the family, as everybody else should be, though we'll be keeping in touch via the Discord server, which, by the way, the link is there in chat. The gates are open. Join the Castle Rexworth Discord. We did recently update some of the rules, however, to where it is now an 18-plus server. So if you are under the age of 18, I don't know how you happen to be watching this stream, because this is marked as an 18-plus stream. Not that we're doing anything that's not safe for work. It's just that it's more of a protection thing, liability-wise, and also this is it's something for the grown-ups, It's something for the grown-ups. Let's not involve the kids in any of this stuff. It's just something that the grown-ups can have a good time with. Yeah, Rexy, woof, woof. Welcome in, Bun. Good to see you. Good to see you. The grown-up guys. Wagwan, exactly. Let me play the sound. There we are. Welcome in, Bon. So links there in the Discord. If those of you who haven't joined the Castle Rexworth Discord and you happen to be 18 plus, Do join, keep in touch with me whenever I'm not streaming. Let's see. Let's go ahead and get our sponsors out of the way. 7 away from 30 subs. No, 7 away from 40. We actually passed the 30 mark a little while ago. But yeah, fairly close to 40. We're also close to 290 follows. And yeah, it looks like we might be on track. Fingers crossed. Knock on wood. Might be on track to... I can't read. It's okay. So it's all right, Bun. It's all right. It is a bit small there on the screen, isn't it? Yeah, so we should be on track, again, fingers crossed, knock on wood, to hit 300 before we enter 2024. Yeah, isn't it, bruv? But yeah, 300 nobles. We might hit the 300 mark around New Year's. That would be fantastic. Be equally fantastic if we get to 40 subs before 2024. I do know that with just 2 more subs, we're going to unlock some more emote slots, which, by the way, happy to report, 4 subscribers only. Let me put this here in chat. We have Wigglies. I got a Wiggly. I've got my own Poplio Wiggly. It was a custom com made for me by Ichigo Deluxe. A lovely strawberry alien VTuber who is also a designer, whose comms are open right now. You can order via their coffee. I keep wanting to call it Ko-Fi. Quack. Yeah, Bun, you're a subscriber. You can use the Wigglies now. I may have that become a thing with all of us, to start spamming the Wigglies in chat before we get started. Just because I love to see this. I love to see these little guys. It's just such a cute little chap, isn't it? But yeah, Ichigo's Wiggly comms are open right now. There's a link in their bio to access the coffee page, and only $35 US to have your own custom Wiggly made. And they are fantastic in their production and response time. Very communicative to me throughout the entire process. I think it only took them about 2 weeks to get a sketch over, and then maybe another week or 2 to animate the final product. So it just absolutely fantastic. But their comms are open right now. Couldn't ask for a nicer, more professional artist than Ichigo. Honestly, I've been really, really blessed to be working with some fantastic artists. I've got Ichigo, who designed the Wiggly, and then Adorable Tuna, I think, should be wrapping up putting the finishing touches now on the rest of the emotes. So those should be ready, I think, maybe, just maybe, in time for the beginning of 2024. I think. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think that's where their progress is right now. May have to check in with Tuna just to see how they're doing. I know that she had a Donathon stream recently, and just did absolutely fantastic. Raised, I think, over over $500, somewhere between $500 and $1,000 for charity, and absolutely wonderful video game charity for child cancer patients who are in hospital, to just sort of give them a nice distraction whilst they travel to and from hospital and also await treatment. Giving the gift of video games, especially for kids. I mean, sometimes they just They really need that distraction. They need something fun. And so it's a very good cause. Let's see. Rexy, guess what? What, Bun? The what emotes? Yeah. I've got the other emotes from Adorable Tuna. It's a set of 10. Some will be available just to standard followers, but the rest are going to be available for subscribers only. So if you want the full suite of emotes, you're going to have to subscribe, which you can do by tapping that subscribe button. Let me see. Are they still doing their thing? Hang on a minute. They're still running the sale. Let me pull up a stream here real quick. Yes, they still are. Yeah. Okay, so right now, Twitch is running a bit of a sale. 25%. Yeah, you get bonus bits until the end of tonight, and 25% off subs until January the 2nd. So if you'd like to subscribe, and of course you don't have to, but if you would like to, now is an excellent time to do so because they've got 25% off the normal sub price. And of course you can always, if you have Amazon Prime, you get one free subscription every month. Happy and honored and grateful if you choose to hand over your Bezos books to me. But yeah, quite a deal. 25% off subs until the 2nd of January. So that is quite a deal. Normally, tier 1 subs are about $4.99 US, and right now they are $3.74 US. Quite the deal. Quite the deal. So if you're looking for a way to support your favorite streamer, your favorite artist, or perhaps even give the gift of a sub for this holiday and Christmas season, now is a perfect time to do that. Rexy Bonk. Why are you bonking me, Bun? Why are you bonking me? I don't understand. Why are you bonking me? What did I do? What did I do? Navigate away from Soda Poppin's stream. Just needed that for a reference. Should buy Rexy's for... I'm not charging £50 for the Ko-Fi. I think you mean the one that's £5. But yeah, my own comms are open. Voice packs are available for sale. Got a few there. I've got 3 now. And do I have 3? No, I've got 2. I've got 2. And then I've got you mean the custom ones? Yeah, okay. Yeah. I should buy multiple. Oh my. Yes, custom comms are open. I will record a custom piece of audio for you. So if you would like your favorite British accented sexy anime husbando to say something to you, whatever it might be, order yourself up a custom com there on my coffee page. Buy me a coffee. Buy his lordship a coffee. And we'll see what we can do. British accented. Is accented a word? I think it is. I mean, it is now. If it wasn't before, it certainly is now. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's see, get the sponsors out of the way. Not that they're in the way necessarily, but we're grateful to have the sponsors. First one is Dubby. Stay hydrated and energized with Dubby. Use the code Lord Rexworth, all one word, at checkout. 10% off your order. Just go to dubby.gg. Code Lord Rexworth, all one word, at checkout. 10% off your order. Dubby, be better. Brought to you by Wise. Open your Wise account today. Spend like a local. Hold multiple currencies. It's perfect for international travelers or people doing business internationally. Open your Wise account now. Be wise, my dear nobles, with Wise. Click that link there in chat to open your account today. We are also brought to you by NordVPN. Try NordVPN risk-free for 30 days by clicking that link in chat and setting up a NordVPN account. It's available across multiple devices, PC, Mac, tablets, mobile phones, you name it. NordVPN is on there, and it's a fantastic VPN service. And take advantage of their special Christmas sale that's going on right now. And of course, try it risk-free 30 days. And then we're also brought to you by the Cash App. Try the Cash App using my code. We'll both get $5 when you link a new bank account and send $5. Just click that link there in chat. Download the Cash App, available on iOS and Android devices. And with that, let us check here real quick. Okay, we recently ran an ad. That's good. That's good. Now, let's switch over to our game screen. I'm going to stop the music. Turn on our desktop audio. And we are going to play RoboCop, Rogue City, Bonk the Lord Rexworth. Why am I getting bonked? I'm getting needlessly and unnecessarily bonked. Right. Do I have the game audio turned up? I probably should. It would help. There it is. Think you'd rather bonk than stabbies. Yeah, you know what? We'll take that. Oh, look. There's the baby food dispenser. That's apparently the only source of sustenance for RoboCop. What a sad existence that is. Let's see. Oh. Here's the Ed 209 that we turned into scrap metal. Looks like there's an engine there. That honestly looks like an engine block. It's like one of those big 8-cylinder engines. Anyway, hope everyone's doing well. Hope you're having a pleasant evening or morning or afternoon. Whatever part of the world you happen to be in. Hopefully, if you're having to work this week, it's a short work week or maybe a nice, light and easy work week. I know it has been somewhat light, but I'm still keeping busy at the day job. Oh, pizza. It's like mostly eating pizza, is that? Well, no pineapples on it. That's good. Also, looks like a Supreme pizza. Rather like Supreme pizzas. Ooh, a cassette deck. And an equalizer. A graphic equalizer. Hello there. And a CD player. A proper CD player, like one that you put in a hi-fi system at home. And these look like film reels. I could nerd out on all this old tech. Look at this old CRT television. These are collector's items now. And so are these equalizers. And look! Floppy disks! Look at this old computer. This looks like a... Don't even know what that looks like. It almost looks like an old Apple. Right. Enough with the nostalgia. Even though this is nothing but nostalgia.
You all know the procedure by now. Officer Cecil will gather Briggs' belongings and deliver them to the family. They asked for a small funeral, so I expect everyone to give the family space.
Briggs was one of us. We should at least do something to honor him.
Best thing we can do is get those butchers that did this to him. I want to see everyone in the briefing room in 10 minutes. Now back to work.
Hey, Murphy. You've been to the hospital, haven't you? How's Lewis?
Unconscious, but stable.
She'll pull through. I'm sure of it.
It's time to hold OCP accountable. This can't keep happening.
Relax, Kaplan.
He's not wrong.
How many more of us have to end up in the hospital or a morgue before we do something?
It's like Sarge said, we need to get the guy who did it, so maybe let's focus on that? Speaking of which, there's someone who might know something. There's a guy in the jail that wants to talk to you, Robo. See you later in the briefing room.
Yeah, see you later. Any items to scavenge over here?
Welcome back, Robo. You have a minute? First of all, I wanted to say I'm sorry that I hesitated back at that steel mill. I already filed a report on the incident to Mr. Becker.
Fucking rat.
As I was writing it, I'd noticed a lot of opportunities to better myself. But considering that was our first mission together, it wasn't all bad, right?
There are plenty of places to improve.
That's actually something I wanted to ask you about. I've been getting to know different aspects of being a cop, and there's one thing that I keep underperforming at. Shooting. Would
What?
you mind showing me how you practice at the range?
Yes, practice makes perfect. Let us not waste any more time.
You want to go now? Yeah, great. Let's go.
There's my favorite law enforcement officer.
Why are you in this cell?
I come here to think sometimes.
Pickles.
Food is better than in a soup kitchen.
That is called freeloading.
If it's free, I'll take it. But seriously, I was hoping to see you. I heard what happened to Briggs. After everything he did for me, I'll do whatever I can to help you catch that Wendell guy. He seems pretty good at pitting people against each other. Maybe I'll find some of his dissatisfied customers who'll be willing to talk to me.
It could be dangerous.
You kidding? On the streets, I'm a samurai. Well,
Are you?
Briggs dead. It probably makes me more of a...
You are not a Ronin.
Yeah, okay. Just remember, if you need anything, I'm your guy.
Not much of a samurai or Ronin if, well, you got brought in here. Chat, I actually saw these as in a design magazine all about modern design. Some studio was actually trying to peddle these for bathrooms in these modernist luxury houses. These are things they'd charge like $500,000, $1 million back then. And they put these in the bathrooms. And try to pass it off as though there's some sort of trendy thing. And I took one look at it, and it was this shiny stainless steel. I took one look at that, and I was like, that's a prison toilet. And it's a prison sink. That's what you see in jail cells, like here. Fooling their money.
I love the smell of this room. Should we start? First, I want to watch you practice.
You saying you love the smell of cordite? That sulfury smell?
Can I comment now?
No.
I can't help myself. That was awesome.
We are not done yet.
Right. This has to be some sort of rap.
It is not.
I took so many notes.
Next time, do it quietly. Eliminate distractions. Being overeager is one of them.
Indeed.
So that's the actual lesson. Now I get it.
Is your service weapon properly prepared?
I was issued this old gun and serviced it according to the manual.
I will try it out.
Sure thing. There you go. Is everything okay?
Your service weapon is broken.
I calibrated it. I did everything the manual said.
It is beyond repair. They must have issued it to you by mistake.
Huh. I don't think that's entirely true. Other cops give me a hard time because Mr. Becker hired me to monitor you. But I guess that's the way it has to be.
A cop must be ready. Get a different gun.
Sure. Thank you, Robo.
Well, is anyone working here? Good God, have they issued so many budget cuts we don't even have a proper armorer? Let's see, objectives. Okay, so that's the only one is on the Bikers Trail.
Not again. Why am I always the one that has to do it? It's not fair.
What is it, officer?
Huh? I didn't realize I was talking out loud. It's just that I need to hang Briggs's picture on the memorial wall. It's just a lot. Hey, would you be so kind and help me? All you have to do is find Briggs's photo in the database and print it out. Just make sure to hang it straight. Otherwise, I won't hear the end of it from Sarge.
Rather facile task, isn't it? Oh, hang on. down to the basement level we go once again. Oh, we've got 2 skill points to use. Ah, here we go. Server room. Police officer database. Briggs M. There we are. Looks like they multi-channel tunneling device. That's a printer tunneling device. Oh, more pizza. City Times Downtown News. They sort of have random items that, like, why do you have 3 compact disc players here? And you've got CDRWs. I don't think they even had those yet. Those were not commercially available. It's like they just sort of throw some tech around and it's like, oh, this is a techie place with tech. And, you know, more tech. Because it's very techie-like, you know, it's tech. It's technology, you know, it's computers and all this fancy stuff. Look how sophisticated we are with our computers and our fancy tech. We're doing things with computers. Oh, someone's packing a whole bakery, I see. Interesting mohawk.
Thanks, Murphy. I still need to go get his stuff, so you know, I'm gonna take care of the desk, but could you get his belongings from his locker?
You'd think one officer could take care of all this themselves, but I guess not.
You can put everything in the box. I'll make sure his family gets it. You know, I usually do all of this alone, and it doesn't get any easier no matter how many times I do it. But having you share this responsibility with me, it actually helped. Thank you, Murphy.
Oh, you're welcome. I guess. Still seems like something you could have handled on your own.
thanks to RoboCop's insubordination, we finally have something concrete.
At your service.
Wendell Antonowski struck a deal with the street vultures at Highland Park.
A place where, for some reason, we weren't supposed to go.
Be that as it may, we're on the lookout for anyone from this biker gang. We also know what he's looking for.
Yeah, dead bodies.
Dead bodies whose brains are still intact, to be precise.
Wow, that's even more messed up. Why would he need them?
We'll get to the whys, but for now we need to focus on catching Spike. He's our connection to Wendell Antonowski. Since they know we're onto them, I'm expecting them to be in hiding.
They're not hiding. Put on Channel 9.
What in the hell?
Oh, just turn the bloody telly on.
I repeat, OCP Bank is being robbed by the notorious street vultures. We'll keep trying to get closer for a better view.
All right, everyone back up. I want you all to be at SWAT's disposal.
Sergeant, am I back on the case?
I don't think Becker will give me grief if I let you go save OCP's money. You're reinstated. Everyone, move out!
About damn time. Bum ba bum 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 ba bum 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 bum. Why does OCP Bank look like a Guggenheim? It seriously looks like the Guggenheim Museum in New York.
Oh, look at that. One of the cops was actually bothered to show up. No need, SWAT's got it covered.
What is the situation?
Vultures came up with the great idea of robbing the OCP Bank. They've got hostages, and they claim there's a bomb. They must be crazy to think that OCP will just let them leave with their money.
Was there any sighting of Spike?
Not yet. But I'm sure they wouldn't pull such a stunt without their leader.
What is the plan?
Let me make this clear. It's SWAT's plan. You're no part of it.
I'm
Then
better
you
than
are
your
going to
stupid
need a new
plan. Yeah, exactly. Now, just what do you think you're doing, Ms. Ortiz?
With this buggy brain of yours, you think you still remember how to put the heat on them scumbags?
I prefer to serve justice cold.
Right, time to protect and serve.
Well done. RoboCop, open the gate for the Ed 209 units. We'll secure the area.
combat shotgun versus an actually, you know what? I think we're going to keep the OCP shotgun. Excuse me. Try not to malfunction again, you idiots.
Please put down your weapon.
I can see your bank job turned out to be quite intense. Ed209's behaving themselves?
So far, so good.
You should be heading towards the vault. It's through the office area.
Please put down your weapon. Put down your weapon. Please put down your weapon. You now have 15 seconds to comply.
There's an armored gate in lockdown mode in front of you. Find a way to get past it. Try finding the weakest spot in the wall around the gate and breach through that.
We thought you were getting cold feet. Come on, boys. Let's finish up here and show them what it means to be a team player. Move suspect here resisting! Keep your eyes peeled! Keep your eyes peeled!
Whew, this is intense.
I knew you were gonna lose. Our line of work is about the team, not the tech.
You know what? How about you fuck off?
Robocop, I've received information that the bank manager is held hostage in the vault.
Where exactly is it?
Find the manager's office, and we'll go from there. It's at the far end of the office area.
This looks a bit too relaxing to get any work done.
Your presence here is unauthorized.
So is depriving thousands of people of a roof over their heads. But OCP doesn't seem to mind that.
Explain.
Delta City. A heaven on earth that OCP plans to build in place of old Detroit? A city of the future where there is no crime or poverty. Do you believe the commercials?
I am working on the no crime part.
Then OCP may become the object of your attention soon. In order to create Delta City, OCP must first get rid of people who live in old Detroit.
Oh,
Now that's a topic I'd
gentrification.
rather do a story on than you glitching. OCP offered these people investment in the project. The value of their property would cover the cost of entering the business. The later gains will far outweigh the cost, supposedly.
You do not believe that.
It's OCP. There must be a catch, and I think I found it. The documents say something about additional costs. I believe that's a loophole that OCP placed in order to scam people out of their homes.
That is only suspicion.
And I need time to prove that my suspicion is true. Time and some of these documents I found. If you detain me, the SWAT jerks will requisition them.
You can go, but if you continue to disobey the law, you will be detained.
Maybe I should have treated you more like a police officer than OCP's property. Anyway, the city owes you. And I owe you too.
I can see you've reached the manager's office. Great. Now look for a switch that unlocks the doors that lead to the vault. If I was a bank manager, I would probably ask for that switch to be installed somewhere around my desk. Now, take the doors behind the desk and turn left. The way to the vault should be open now.
Here we go. Stop the bank robbery.
I will not contribute to depriving my grateful employer of his hard-earned savings.
We're opening this vault with or without your help, you old nut job.
What is this intricate device?
Shut your fucking mouth! I think someone is coming. Everyone quiet. Shh.
RoboCop! I knew our founder would send his best.
We're not done yet.
Mr. Becker, you're still alive.
I only played dead, so I didn't end up like you, with a bomb strapped to my body.
RoboCop, you have to defuse it. The explosion could cause the company enormous losses.
I need the support of a combat engineer.
I saw that Orpheus kid playing puzzle games on his breaks. Ask him for help. I'll be watching you from a safe distance.
Officer Washington, I am looking at a ticking bomb.
A bomb? Okay, I'm passing you through to the bomb squad.
There is no time. I will need your help to defuse it.
Gosh, I mean, I'll do my best, but just give me a moment. First aid, kidnapping...
Are you looking for a bomb defusing chapter in the police manual?
Found it. First rule, call qualified personnel. Oh, no. Okay.
You're it, lad.
Tell me what you see.
Four connectors with different voltage.
What's the highest voltage?
24 volts. It is a C4 explosive and seems to be homemade.
Yeah, that's what I'd expect from the street vultures.
4 cables, green, 2 reds, and blue.
4 cables? Got it.
And then the circuit board.
Cables lead to the fuse.
Does the fuse appear to be electronic?
Affirmative.
Okay. So they used this kind of bomb before. According to the diagram, you should detach 3 cables. Start from the one with the highest voltage, then proceed down one at a time to the one with the lowest voltage.
There are 2 different color 12-volt cables. Which one do I detach first?
Maybe this isn't the time, but I'm colorblind.
I will have to improvise.
Just remember, detach the one with the highest voltage first, then proceed down to the lowest voltage.
Highest voltage, then down to the lowest voltage. Alright, got it. And then... Ooh. Interesting.
It was just a minor incident. Ready to get back to business? Because I need to make a withdrawal. Like, now.
Well, I should really check upstairs.
Nonsense. This is OCP. Money comes first. Now, open the vault.
There you go, sir.
Great. Now out of my way.
Single gold bar.
What the hell is this? Where is all the money?
Our founder has most of our capital tied up in a very ambitious and resource-heavy project.
I can't believe old man's blowing all of OCP's money on Delta City.
Have some respect, young man. Arnold, back with the money in the next... We're leaving. You should be proud to work for such a great man.
At this rate, soon there might be no one left to work for him. See what I'm talking about?
Oh, shut up, Decker. I used to work for a program director like him at a fairly large radio station. Guy was such a twat. Hated him. I think finally his bosses forced him to go to anger management classes because all he did was just scream at people. Even me. Took everything in me not to hurl him out the window. Might have been doing a lot of people a favor because he practically ran that radio station into the ground. I'm kidding, for the most part.
I am in pursuit of the remaining bikers. I have followed them into a tunnel.
So that's how they must have gotten here in the first place. It seems they're retreating into the old industrial area. That must be where they've hidden their getaway vehicle. You gotta hurry.
I hurry for no one. And that's how you take out the rubbish.
Roger that.
Oh, it's sort of floating in the air. Let's see. Right, let's do that again. Too many of them. Gonna try and draw them out. Wait for health to regenerate. Right. Let's see. What do we have here? Yeah, assault rifle. Good lord. Enough ammunition here to fight a ground war. C4. Jesus.
I am listening, Creep.
RoboCop!
Why did Wendell Antonowski send you here? This was a suicide mission.
We no longer deal with that arrogant prick. We had an agreement. We held our end of it. And apparently it slipped his mind to pay us for our services. Well, that didn't sit well with us. So now we're out to get what we're owed.
The only thing you are owed is a prison cell.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm a vulture. I need my space. I'll see you around, cop.
Meanwhile, back at headquarters.
There he is! Let's take our pensions.
Before the attack, we all thought our money would be safe at the OCP bank.
Yeah, glad we got Murphy on our team.
I have pertinent information regarding the case.
We'll get to that, Murphy. But right now, it's time for your psych evaluation. Becker will chew my ear off if I don't make sure you take part in it. So go. Dr. Blanche is already waiting in the observation room. Once it's over, join us in the briefing room.
Pardon my chewing and crunching ASMR chat. Got some tea cakes and some digestives here.
Hey, what's the big idea?
Piece of junk taser blew the fuse when I tried to charge it. RoboCop, is that you? I can't see anything.
I am standing in front of you, Officer O'Neill. Is there a problem?
Oh, CP skimps on everything when it comes to the police. Fired our maintenance guy to reduce their costs, so now we are literally in the dark.
We need to get the power back on.
I am equipped to deal with such situations.
Follow the cables. They should take you to the fuse box.
No current. Problem exists elsewhere. There it is. Right. Just keep following it down, down the corridor, through there, into the garage. Hey, there we are. Let's see if this will do it. Right, problem solved.
Oh, that's Detroit's shining beacon of hope.
Thanks for the help, Murphy.
Happy to assist.
So it wasn't.
I'm ready for you, Robo.
Send us insulated gloves.
I'm afraid not. Looks like OCP is really cutting costs where it can. God knows what they'll cut next.
All right, let's see what's cooking under the hood. Once I'm done, he's all yours, Doctor.
That's still a passing grade.
Hello, Murphy. Congratulations. I've seen your accomplishment on TV. I hope that I'll manage to remain professional despite sitting opposite a celebrity. How do you feel about being acclaimed as a hero again?
I serve the public trust. I do not do it for fame.
No. Your sense of duty is what drives you, that's clear. I'm sure you'd love to share this accomplishment with Anne Lewis. You've seen her at the hospital, haven't you? How is she?
She is stable.
You cherish that relationship, don't you? She's an important part of your life. Your past life, too.
She is.
Just like your family. You're very protective of your past.
OCP cut me off from my family.
And how do you view their decision to separate you from them?
Gosh, I don't know how to answer.
It was cruel.
To everyone involved, I'm sure. Nevertheless, you still think about them, don't you? What comes to mind when you try to remember your family? I see. Memories can be painful, especially when they're connected to the ones you love. They tend to remind us of what we're missing. The thief that broke into my house I mentioned before? He was my brother. He was an addict who'd come over to steal things to sell so he could buy drugs. As you can imagine, my last memory of us together is not a happy one. But despite that, I still wouldn't want to lose it. It serves as a reminder of how I failed him. And I've been trying to rectify it ever since.
I do not remember my family. I can only feel them.
These feelings, how do they manifest themselves?
As echoes of the past. But OCP sees them as obstacles that need to be removed.
And now you're afraid that they sent me here to convince you they are right?
Did they?
What you need to understand is that regardless of outside influences, my client's well-being takes highest priority. Especially now that I understand how important these memories are to you. I will fight for you in every way I know how. If you let me. I think this is a good place to end this session. Thank you for your honesty. It certainly has been noted. I've got plenty to think about for now.
We are going to build a brand new city where Detroit now stands. Delta City is the only hope that we have.
I have to wonder, where in the timeline does this game take place? I know it takes place after Robocop 1, but I wonder if it's between 1 and 2.
Yeah, just keep following the road. But the road ends here. What was that? You're breaking up.
Am I? I'm hearing you clearly.
Oh my god, what a lemon.
You two seem to be enjoying yourselves.
Just having a little fun with our fellow dispatcher.
Don't worry, I'm sure the kid has a sense of humor. It's just a little blue hazing. And he's an OCP stooge anyway.
Hazing is not okay.
Are you, Murphy?
That did not sound like fun.
It's not like he didn't deserve it.
You know that he runs to Becker with a stack of papers every time you two talk, right? He's a rat.
We're just looking out for you, Murphy.
Yeah, chat, hazing is not okay. In fact, hazing is never okay. That is not how you build community. That's not how you build trust and friendships. You ever find yourself in a situation, a work environment or anywhere else, where people are trying to convince you to join in on something like that? Don't do it. It's cruel and it's wrong.
All right. The situation at the bank was contained in a relatively smooth fashion. So what did we learn from it?
When it's their money on the line, OCP will send RoboCop, the entire SWAT team, and a bunch of Ed 209s that actually work.
Anything else?
Wendell Antonowski no longer deals with the street vultures.
That's right. There's been a rift in their midst, and I want to know why.
Spike has proven to be talkative under suitable conditions.
That's why I want you all to head to the city and do some actual police work. We need to find Spike. The attack on OCP Bank was a desperate move. I'm sure there's plenty of theories floating around. So we need to listen to what the streets are saying to find where the vultures are hiding.
I know someone versed in street talk.
Talk to him. And, oh, I almost forgot. Murphy, once you're downtown, the old man wants to meet with you.
Oh, the old man himself? What an honor.
Yeah, he's the closest Detroit has to real-life royalty. Maybe for saving him all that money, he'll knight you or something.
Enough. Head downtown, ask around, and most importantly, find Spike.
RoboCop! Over here! You wouldn't want to make the mayor of Detroit wait, would you?
May I help you, Mr. Mayor?
Oh, it's me who's gonna do the helping. You know John Mills, I presume? The OCP puppet who's gunning for my seat as mayor? I've heard from a reliable source that he's planning to make you the highlight of his election bid. Judging by your expressive face, he hasn't talked to you about it yet, huh? That's what I figured. What a slimy bastard. Using your image to influence the good people of this city, and without your consent? That's clearly something that I would never do. But you know that I've always appreciated what you're doing for our city, right? So, the real question is, what are we gonna do about it together?
I am not involved in politics.
Well, let's not get too hasty. You can still show support for me, right? We're on the same side.
When it's convenient for you,
Campaign
perhaps.
season is busy, but let me leave you with one word of advice. Whatever you do, make it clear that you are not siding with Mills. You can be sure that they'll twist your every word and use it against you. That's what OCP does. Thanks for the talk, RoboCop. Say no to Delta City. Vote for the neighborhoods. Vote for Kuzak.
Yes, because you've done such a good job of keeping the city functioning and relatively crime-free. Oh, wait. You haven't done that, have you?
I'd tell him all about how the OCP is fucking us over.
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't say a word if you actually met him.
Why? Did you meet him?
Last year's Thanksgiving parade. I was part of a column delegated to protecting
Watching while
his
drawing
dog.
for pink. All right, Bun. Thank you for the lurks.
I'm hearing this. Officer Ramirez, a licensed dog walker.
Shut up, Kaplan.
Hey, Shiny. Got a job for you.
Don't call me shiny. Little twat.
How are you feeling after the incident at the bank?
Who gives a shit? I heard that you're heading to the city. Once you're out there, I want you to check one apartment for me. There's suspicion of domestic terrorism and corporate espionage, so expect a warm welcome.
Should I assume hostility from the suspect?
I assume you'll find sensitive data there. Look for it thoroughly and make sure it comes straight back to my hands. Tenement across the street from the arcade, apartment 12. Now go, I've got to prepare for a meeting. And remember, if you won't take care of it, another cop will have to. Another cop that isn't quite as resistant to deadly surprises as you are.
God, what a dick. It's like, do you practice that in the mirror or something? We're still open. Are you now? You don't look open. Place looks like a war zone. I mean, the place looks like a literal war zone. Good God.
Hey you, the old man is waiting for you upstairs. This entrance to the building is off limits. You have to use the staircase.
Do you think it's gonna hold his weight?
Doesn't matter. Just old junk that needs recycling.
Wow. Fuck off, all of you.
The old man's waiting. So, it's true what they say. You do have some kind of defect.
You probably intentionally cut your face just so you look mean.
Oh, it's good to see you, my boy. Leave us. I want to talk to him in private. You have to excuse me for not getting up. I'm in a rather unfortunate state. You did exceptional work at the bank. I want you to know that I am deeply grateful for your service to OCP and the city of Detroit. See, I grew up in this very apartment, or what's left of it. It used to be a thriving neighborhood. Nothing like what you see right now. I always dreamt of turning it into the most prosperous district in the city. A new heart of Detroit. Can you imagine? Or do you think it's just an old fool's pipe dream?
My purpose is to fight crime, not to make statements.
No, of course not. Delta City's construction is about to start. Finally, the old and frail will be replaced with the new and strong. Decay and death are terrible things. You lose everything you worked for your entire life. But I don't have to tell you what that's like. It really makes me wonder, has the time you spent in that armor been a burden to you?
The only burden it causes is to criminal scum.
I admire your confidence. The real reason I've summoned you here is because I'm worried. I'm aware of your instability problems, and it's not a matter that we can overlook. That's why I've requested to have people look after you. Tell me, how are you finding your evaluations with Dr. Blanche?
I am happy to comply with any activity that improves effectiveness.
You're a good sport. I can imagine it's not a pleasant experience, but I can't express how much I'd like you to keep at it. I'm sure that becoming a liability is the last thing you'd want. Am I right?
That is correct.
Now we've reached an understanding. Tell me, is there anything I could do to put your mind at ease?
Hunched. Thank you so much for the follow.
My fellow officers worry about OCP's intention regarding their work.
Really? I'll have a word with Becker. Perhaps some new equipment would boost their morale.
It would be appreciated.
I have to say, you brought a lot of hope into this old man's heart. Now,
Needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
I'm not supposed to exert myself too much. Doctor's orders. And you can't argue with them. Take care of yourself. After all, the peace of Detroit depends on your well-being.
My well-being, eh?
Holy shit! What was that?
RoboCop. Not such a piece of junk after all.
Ah, good. No fall damage.
Hey Murphy, are you done with the old man's tea party? Remember to get back in touch with your informer. See if he has any info that could get us back on the biker's lead. Spike is still out there.
OCP wants to raise towers of glass and steel? Go ahead. Just not where we live.
I don't know. Seems preferable to all of this. Right, we need to find Pickles and investigate.
I'm sure I'm in the right place, but I can't see my FTO anywhere. Could I have his name, please? Over.
Sure thing. It's Officer Rat. He should be in one of the dumpsters. That's the only place he belongs, if you catch my drift. Over and out.
Right. So much for my field training.
Officer Washington, I will be your field trainer for today. Requesting readiness confirmation.
Yeah, thanks for the offer, but maybe the others are right. I might not really be cut out for field work.
If we live the way others want us to live, what kind of life would it be? Or rather, whose?
You're right.
Good
I want to be
point.
my own man. Officer Washington reporting for field training.
Good, you have your body armor on. Well done. What about the rest of your gear? Service pistol?
Got it.
Spare ammunition?
Check.
Duty light?
Never part with it.
Good job. Preparation is the most important. So is knowing your surroundings. Are you familiar with this area?
Isn't this the part of the city where it gets really busy like all the time?
Police!
I think that answers my question.
Please! I need your help!
Set the radio to my channel and follow me.
Roger that.
An officer needs to be confident. Straight back, sturdy walk, together with a clear and unshaking voice.
Officers, thank God you're here. I really need your help. What happened is...
When responding to a request for aid, the first thing is to introduce yourself to the potential victim. Watch and learn. I am Officer Murphy. How do you do, madam?
Well, to tell you the truth...
The second thing is to reassure the victim of their safety. Madam, you do not need to be afraid anymore. We are here to help you.
Yes, but it's not about me.
The third thing is...
I'm quite familiar with the field training manual, so if you don't mind, I'll take over. Ma'am, could you please tell us what happened?
It's my cat, Fortune.
Oh,
He's missing.
God.
Fortune is my biggest treasure. I can't lose him.
Do you have any idea where he might be?
The only place I can think of is the basement. I've also heard some ruckus coming from downstairs today, but the lights aren't working and my eyesight's not so good anymore.
Is it okay for us to investigate the basement?
Yes, it makes an excellent opportunity for low-light training. Let us proceed downstairs.
Good luck down there. The cat has that name for a reason. He really brings fortune. So
Turn your
don't you come back
flashlight
without
on.
him.
Right.
Duty light can be advantageous, but it can also be a liability. Keeping it close to you creates a clear target for the violators. It is good practice to hold the duty light away from your body.
I don't remember reading that in the field manual. Did you get it from a different book?
No, from experience.
Animal trace, no match. No match.
Clear.
Could be out this for a while.
think I just saw the cat. You think I should try to remove these planks?
Go ahead.
Wow. I didn't know I had so much strength in me.
You will never know until you try.
What was that?
Well, if I had to guess, probably a cat.
Ah, man, I walked into a mess. And now my shoes are covered in strawberry jam.
When chasing a suspect, do not rush head first. Take blind corners as wide as possible. Cuts down on being surprised.
Nice looking piano.
The fugitive has left a trail. This time, pace yourself. Do not get out of breath during a foot pursuit. You will need stamina to engage the fugitive later.
Oh, looks like he stopped by the spilled paint can.
Suspect might be intoxicated.
I used to know these kids who gave their cat stomach medicine to make it loopy.
Is there a moral to that story?
Cats are susceptible to substance misuse. Shh! I heard something. I think it's coming from the piano.
Animal trace, match.
That cat must be hiding inside. Let me lure it out.
Go ahead.
There it is! It's escaping! Darn it! It went through here, but that's a very narrow passage. Let's try the door. It's locked, but I can try to squeeze through that gap.
Step aside.
Oi, cat. Get over here.
What was that?
That was probably the cat.
I'm afraid this time it's a one-way street, Mr. Cat. But where are you hiding? There he is. Oh gosh, Fortune. You look a mess. You think he's alright?
The cat is fine. You can take it back to its owner. I will clean up any remaining mess.
Okay, see you soon.
Bullet wound, top of cranium, fatal. Heavy blood loss.
It's Washington. Do you read me?
Loud and clear. What is your status?
We got a problem. I'm on the second floor and have a visual on multiple armed suspects entering our location. Most of them are heading your way, but I can hear some coming up the stairs.
Do not engage yet. Take your time and find the most advantageous. Officer Washington?
Sir.
Keep cool. I am coming up to have your back.
Glad to hear that, sir.
Play it again, Sam.
longer, sir. We're in, pig. Nowhere to hide now. Drop your guns! Fuck! He got me!
Door number on apartment 6 needs a fixing as it turns upside down. The occupiers constantly complain about being bothered by guests of the tenant from apartment number 9. Priority lowest. Well, of course it would say that.
What is your status?
I'm hit.
Remain calm. I am here.
Saturday's lottery draws. The winning numbers are 9, 19, 29, 39, 49, and 59. All multiples of 9.
Officer Washington, your performance today was impressive.
Thank you, sir. Means a lot coming from you.
You will be fine. It is only a superficial wound.
See? I've told you that cat brings luck. Isn't this just wonderful?
Yes, absolutely wonderful. Christ, what a mess. skills. All right, first field training for Ulysses Washington is complete. Make a proper Bobby out of him yet.
We should vote Kuzak. The Mills guy's just another suit. He knows nothing about ordinary people.
Right, time to see what Max Becker wants me to do. Apartment 12. A domestic terrorist.
Daddy, what was that?
Go back to your room, sweetheart. It's just someone on the staircase.
Cardboard box filled with documents relevant to the case. Electronic components, but nothing suspicious. Old pizza box, irrelevant to the case. Gosh, that is a tiny television set. This week, storage bill, pick up cat food, take the fishmonger's statement. Fishmonger? Floor markings, secret entrance detected. An old reel-to-reel tape recorder. Incriminating documents. A rental invoice. Storage number 17, Lintwood Street 4553, $210 for 3 months. Fake ID.
So OCP is ordering you to break into the apartment of a reporter they don't like? Any comment before I write a story on that?
I am here to investigate domestic terrorism.
OCP sent you to my safe house because they want to know what I have on them after the bank incident.
I assume there is more if you cannot store everything here. I found a rental bill for a locker in a storage facility.
Make up your mind. First you let me go at the bank, and now, when I'm actually starting to figure out what the OCP scam is all about, you show up and ruin this. Do you want to help OCP avoid liability?
Your evidence is invalid if you obtained it illegally.
I don't collect it for the court. I won't win against OCP there. It turns out I was right. That thing that OCP plans to do with charging residents of Old Detroit with additional costs, it is a loophole.
Of course.
To the illegal expulsion of thousands of people if you help OCP silence me.
Explain.
Not so fast. I need to be able to trust you first. At the bank, you proved that you are more than just a tool programmed to obey OCP, but now, the stakes are higher.
What is it that you expect?
Since you're here, I fully expect someone from OCP to go and check my locker. I need to protect what's inside, but there's a meeting I need to keep an eye on. Too much depends on it.
I will not be involved in the smuggling of contraband.
There's nothing illegal about my request. I need only one box from there. The one with the inscription Bakery on the corner. The rest you can leave to OCP to pick up. I need to just spring clean my out-of-date documents anyway. Call me once you secure the box.
Precursor to the events of RoboCop 3, I believe. Yeah, this whole all-in-one washer-dryer thing, that's more of a Japanese and European thing. Not something you'd find in old Detroit in America. I'll just jump out the window. Be a lot cooler. Stolen watch. Dear cat helper, stop feeding the cats in the basement. They shit all over the place. Good to know. Go to the storage facility.
I hate the day shift.
Yes, I can see why. Place is a graveyard. Welcome to hell. Right, now to find the storage locker. Yeah, this is not...
Are you like me? Are you a true environmentalist? Do you appreciate the majestic beauty of nature? And do you feel helpless knowing that every year more and more species are becoming extinct? Because let's face it, there's nothing that can be done. So, you know what they say. If you can't beat 'em, join 'em. Last Chance Safari. See all the endangered species before it's too late. Last Chance Safari is the largest collection of near-extinct species on the planet. So hurry, get them before it's too late. Additional fee to use your personal rifle may be required.
Wow. That's awful.
Man, it's RoboCop.
So what? We're just sitting here enjoying the moment. Nothing suspicious. Right, officer?
Shouldn't we give the fellas the signal?
We should just shut up and smile like the exemplary citizens that we are.
Exemplary? Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Are you lost, officer? I can show you the exit if you want.
Uh-huh.
Trouble with the lock.
Seems that I forgot the key, but,
You will tell your story at the station.
Are you sure you have enough seats in your car to take us all?
That won't be necessary. You will die here.
If you do not come quietly, I will not need any.
This is our hood! Don't let him scare you! Let's get him, boys! Get behind him! Shut him! You're done, Don't just fucking stand there! It's just a game! Play more where that came from! Cut my freaking hand off!
Where are the rest of these crims?
Get behind him!
There you are. Painting already seen elsewhere. Oh, so we're dealing with forgery. Fake money. Incriminating documents. Incriminating pictures. I believe another name for that is blackmail. Right, so now what do I do? What do I do? It seems as though I should lift that up. It looks like this door's supposed to be able to lift up. Game might also be stuck. I don't know. Find Samantha Ortiz's storage. I'm thinking this is it. I don't know. We're going to have to figure this out later. I'm going to have to figure it out on offline. Maybe just restart from the last checkpoint.
Man, it's RoboCop.
So what? We're just sitting here enjoying the moment. Nothing suspicious. Right, officer?
Shouldn't we give the fellas the signal?
We should just shut up and smile like the exemplary citizens that we are. Are you lost, officer? I can show you the exit if you want.
This is our hood!
Chill. Bye for morning, my lord. Hello, Enrique. How are you? How is everything in your world, my friend? Ah, seems to have fixed the problem. Okay, now we can open this up. Samantha's personal belongings. There we go, we'll grab those. OCP-related documents. Any special plans for Christmas, Enrique? Let's see some more OCP-related documents. I think that's everything in here. Everything's going well. Christmas time's coming faster than expected. Yeah, sometimes the holidays can sneak up on us. You have any traditions? Anything unique to your family?
Well, well, well. Looks like Mr. Becker was right. You're up to something behind his back. These things are supposed to go to Mr. Becker, I reckon.
What will interest Becker is in locker number 17. The contents of this box are none of OCP's concern.
I'll have to tell Mr. Becker that you have not given us all the material.
I assure you that it will end up worse for you than for me.
My plans for Christmas Eve, dinner with parents, then New Year's Eve, spend with my roommate, friends, board games, and booze. Oh, that sounds like a delightful evening.
I hope Mills will win. I'm sick of Kuzak.
What sort of board games? I wonder, Enrique. What sort of board games you like to play, eh?
Sorry, I had to take a bus. Freaking OCP robots destroyed my car during that bank robbery.
So I'm guessing you have my stuff. Did OCP arrive at the party?
They tracked my location.
Because they trust you so much. Speaking of which, the box. What if I lied about it? Did you ever think of that? There may be a bomb inside or the head of my sworn enemy. Do you want to know what's inside?
If there is evidence of a crime, I would like to know it.
Police officer, first and foremost. In the box are my personal belongings. Letters, memorabilia, things that actually matter to me. When you become too tough to hit directly, the scum will try to get to you through your loved ones.
I understand.
So we have even more in common. Once OCP takes care of my old documents, I'll have the space to deal with the Delta City issue and help the people of Old Detroit. You've helped them already, though. Thank you. Ronnie's Grocery. Leave the box there.
Ronnie's Grocery. Not gonna lie, probably like Uno and Monopoly and some D&D and chess. I think it's gonna be about it. Hey, I mean, that's enough for a full evening. I mean, Monopoly alone, that'll take you some time. Along with D&D. I've always liked Monopoly myself. I've never understood why some people just hate it so.
What do you mean, $1? It's $23.50.
I have Samantha's belongings.
Yes, I'm glad you're helping her. Without that girl, OCP would put us all on the street. Still might. They did a number on a lot of families, hers included.
Yeah, those are kind of games I like to play also. That's cool.
But that's not a story for me to tell.
Someday we're gonna have to play Monopoly together, Enrique.
Next to the cat food. She's supposed to pick up everything tomorrow.
Yeah, I've always liked Monopoly. SK Ortiz, they're accusing you of falsifying evidence because they want to discredit you. But I don't believe them, none of us do. We understand the media and OCP as one and the same. Your actions will help others understand it too, so don't let them silence you. Someone has to speak out on our behalf. Someone must stand up against them. Keep that in mind, yeah. I actually have a version of Monopoly on Steam. I think it supports multiplayer. May have to set something up. I've already got some ideas for collabs in the coming year. Monopoly may have to be one of them. I know I'm already looking at a racing collab. Now, I'm not talking about Mario Kart or anything like that. I'm actually talking about honest to goodness car racing, proper car racing. And I think I may have found a good game that's free to play for everybody, and I think it's got multiplayer capability. Actually had a rather long and productive conversation with some of my gen mates at Project Estadia last night about a lot of this, and it's I've got some other things that I'm cooking right now. Let me go to the Lord's Mansion. Go right on in, Enrique, please, by all means. I've got another...
Whoa, it's getting so cold. Luckily, the previous owner didn't need this jacket anymore. And it has no bullet holes.
Oh, lovely, Pickles. Real upstanding citizen you are. Yeah, I've got another interview segment on Memo's show. So those of you who managed to catch the the interview I had on the VOD with Valentine, I've got another one coming up soon. This time with Memo, who's also of Project Estadia. His show is called Kinda Sus. It's going to be on YouTube instead of Twitch this time, so that's something to keep in mind. But should be rather interesting. Maybe about an hour to 2 hours long, and we'll be doing that sometime in the month of January. I believe we've got that set up for the first week of January, so that's going to be coming fairly soon. And also, let's get through this conversation with Pickles here, and then I'll tell you a bit more about something I got cooking.
Greetings. Waiting for the movie screening.
Just browsing to find which movie would most enhance my nuke experience.
Probably TJ Laser.
Has working with the police not made you change your ways?
I need to keep up appearances. Otherwise, I wouldn't be much use as an informer, now would I? Nah, tell me. What's the next job for the police's finest duo?
I need information on Spike's whereabouts.
That SOB. I'll never forgive him for what he did to Briggs. Luckily, there ain't much left of the street vultures after the bank heist. They're probably laying low. But now you mention it, I heard about a biker who had a crash near the riverbank just behind the mart. So, your best bet is to check out the scene of the accident, or maybe hit up a nearby mechanic to see if they know anything.
You really want justice for Briggs?
We owe him. But it's more about Daniel and Gale. And I think everyone will sleep better once those butchers are taken care of.
Any witnesses?
There's this crazy old bum who hangs out around there. He's nosy. Maybe he could help.
You never know. Worth a shot.
Are you positive that he escaped on the damaged motorcycle?
Not so much on it as with it. From what I gathered, the bike suffered more than just a dent. I'm guessing he must have dragged it to some nearby mechanic to get it back in shape. I think Ben's shop is the closest.
Thank you. You have given me all I need.
I know you're busy, but there's something that I need your help with.
I will not be involved in any illegal activity.
That's very presumptuous of you. I just need help finding a VHS tape in the rental place across the street. The title slipped my mind, and I assume you've got like a database or something in your head that'll make looking for it a breeze. So what do you say? Will you help me look for it?
If it helps you stay out of trouble, let us proceed.
Yeah, it'll solve all my problems. Let's go.
What are you looking for?
So there's this movie about a guy with a gun, and there's this bad guy who wants something. I'm pretty sure the title has some biblical reference in it.
Sequels.
You
I
lack
hate
vital
sequels.
information on the subject.
Why didn't you come up with something original?
I completely agree.
You hear that, Hollywood? Those NPCs are talking about you.
Okay, let's start searching. Remember, the title has something to do with the Bible, saints, cosmos, or whatever. Let's start by checking the thriller and drama sections.
Should we ask the owner?
Forget him. He has no idea about movies. He thinks that Salamanca deserved the Golden Piston for the Best Picture.
I heard that, and it did.
Possible title match.
Garden of Earthly Delights.
Oh man, great movie. Very elegant. Panned by the critics, though. But the director is a badass.
What do the critics
Person
know?
who showed up to one of those ceremonies to accept the award for the worst movie of the year.
We do not need to bow to outside pressure.
Easier said than done, my man.
Diamonds are made under great pressure.
Wait, do you think there's a diamond within me? Do you see my shine? I'm just messing with you. That was truly inspirational. But let's get back to it, because that's not our tape.
Tape scan result, no matches. Let's see. Possible title match found.
Kind Shepherd.
Love that one. You know, that movie could have never happened. The director threw out the script after reading a couple of pages. Thankfully, his wife picked it out of the trash, and after reading it, she forced her husband to give it another look.
Everyone deserves a second chance.
Do we? I'm not so sure about that.
Alex Murphy was given a second chance.
But I mean, you really deserved it. Which is something I couldn't say about a lot of people. Anyway, I don't want to spoil the mood, but that's not the tape we're looking for.
Nothing in thriller or drama.
Okay, how about you check in the sci-fi and action section? I'll have a look at horror.
Let's see what we have here.
Beautiful
Eve's
depiction
flower.
of violence in that one.
Do you think violence can be beautiful?
It's just shown with a different sensibility to what we're used to. Maybe because the guy's European.
Oh, is it
You know
Paul
how we are.
Verhoeven?
It's different. It's cool, is all I'm saying.
Recognizing beauty in something ugly is a unique feature.
Doesn't pay the bills, though. Then again, I don't have bills to pay anyway.
You know movies. There is value in that.
Yep. There's nothing better than a good movie. But we're still missing our tape.
Celestial Decay.
Classic. Still waiting for a sequel, but the guy who did that one has never made a part 2 in his career. But he said that if he ever did, he'd do a sequel to that one. How do you feel about that? Sequels, remakes, comic book adaptations, etc.
They give hope that there is more.
Yeah. Plus, you get to meet the characters you liked again. That's why I don't hate them. Anyway, risking to sound like a broken record, that's not the tape we're looking for. Hey, I think I found it. I messed up the title a little. It's called Me, Sire, but here it is.
Isn't that the tape we're looking for?
Tape? What? What tape?
You like movies? Do you want to shoot an action movie?
I think I'll wait till it comes out on VHS.
Lights, camera, action!
I need a hand over here!
Do you need assistance?
Watch out, he's coming!
Oh, you spawned rather suddenly, didn't you? Right, now what? I think it's having some difficulty with checkpoints.
Okay, let's start searching. Remember, the title has something to do with the Bible, saints, cosmos, or whatever. Let's start by checking the thriller and drama sections.
Should we ask the owner?
Forget him. He has no idea about movies. He thinks that Salamanca deserved the Golden Piston for the Best Picture.
I heard that, and it did.
Garden of Earthly Delight.
Oh man, but the direct.
We do not need to.
Easier.
Diamonds are made.
Wait. I'm just about. Let.
Kind.
Love that one. Thankfully,
everyone does. There is nothing that you cannot come back from.
Spoken like a true good shepherd. Anyway, I don't want to.
Nothing in thriller or drama.
Okay, how about you check in the sci-fi and action section? I'll have a look at horror.
Celestial.
Classic. But he said that if he had sequels,
You cannot reopen a closed book.
So when you're done, you're done? That's rough. Probably true. Anyway,
Eve's flower.
Beautiful depict. It's just, you know how they are.
Recognizing beauty.
Does.
Time to occupy yours.
What are you talking about? I'm a street entrepreneur. Hey, I think I found it.
We're just going to engage in property damage now, chat.
First, I hear a bunch of movie puns, and then everyone starts shooting. It all happens so fast.
Already feel at home in the castle walls. Well, good, Enrique. Glad to have you.
I don't know. But homeless or not, you still have to give an address to get a membership card. Try the computer. Maybe you'll find something there. Who's gonna pay for all this?
Gone with the sprint. The banjo strikes back. The bad, the fat, and the dirty. Gosh, this reminds me so much of old video rental stores. These places were here. This was Netflix. This was basically Netflix back in the day. You could actually walk into the Netflix equivalent and rent or buy tapes. And then later DVDs and Blu-rays. Actually, no, just DVDs. I shall go play my bagpipes in the castle yards. That's fine, Enrique. I welcome that, especially considering I'm partly Scottish. Bagpipes has become part of my life, that's for sure. That's quite a skill. Being able to play the bagpipes. That takes some skill. So good for you for learning that. No signs of recent use. No signs of recent use. door has recently been opened.
You're all right.
Not to brag, but I do give lessons also in the band.
Heard some torchheads saying that they
That's
were running
fantastic,
away from the cops
Enrique.
and went through that video store. They had a wad of drug money on them and didn't want the cops taking it, so they hid it in one of the VHS cases. I misheard the title, so I needed help.
You need much more help than that.
We all got problems. I fucked up, I know. And I get that you're on a mission to save my life or something. With all that great advice of yours, diamonds are made under great pressure. I'm not a fucking diamond, okay? I'm a junkie. There's just one thing that I need right now.
Which is?
All I need right now is a fix. So, let me keep the money. You won't hear me asking about anything else.
Are you asking a police officer to leave you with money from nuke distribution?
Can't be serious.
I know you're a police officer first, but can't you be a friend this one fucking time?
I am not doing this as a police officer. I am doing it as a friend. Hand over the case.
You can't do this to me, man.
You need to bottom out.
Fuck you, Tin Man. I earn that money fair and square.
Anyone with a substance abuse problem, they've got to dry out and they've got to hit bottom. It's the only way they'll get out of it. Question of the day, my lord. Champagne or a glass of wine? Oh, champagne. Any chance for champagne, I take it. Absolutely. Especially around New Year's? Absolutely. Champagne, all the way. Or at the very least, some type of sparkling wine, like a Prosecco. Or an Asti Spumante. Yeah, it's funny. When I was in Tokyo the second time, I actually bought a bottle of Dom Perignon, one of those duty-free alcohol and electronics stores there in Ikebukuro. Oh yeah, I can understand that, yeah. And that was the first time I'd ever tried Dom Perignon. Before that, I'd had mostly cheaper stuff, like Moet Chandon, Martini and Rossi. Tried Dom Perignon, was not impressed. It sounds weird, I know, but I actually prefer just an affordable bottle of like Martini and Rossi or Le Marca Prosecco. Or even the Moet and Chandon or the Nectar and Imperial. Have you ever been to a whiskey tasting? Yes, I have actually. I've been to an interesting event one time. It was, they had a selection of Japanese whiskies, which, by the way, some of the best whiskies in the world are Japanese. And it was also an event being held by a jewelry boutique, a watch boutique. It was a Grand Seiko event. They actually flew in one of their watchmakers from the master shop at Grand Seiko to assemble before a live audience a couple of different movements. I think they assembled a high beat movement, a spring drive, and a standard mechanical movement. And yeah, it was a good time, you know, hors d'oeuvres, plenty of Japanese whiskey, and watching a man who had spent over 20 years of his life learning how to build some of the finest watches in the world putting a watch together, a movement together, in front of a very appreciative crowd of watch aficionados and watch snobs. Japanese hibiki is class, yes. Oh my god, I love hibiki. Hibiki harmony, chef's kiss, perfect. Absolutely magnificent. And of course, if you can ever have an opportunity to sample like a bottle of hibiki that's like 20, 25 years old or even older than that, go for it by all means. You won't regret it. I should see about finding a bottle of hibiki harmony if I can. There's got to be some place around there here that's got it. The Masataka Taketsuru pure malt blended whiskey from Nikka is also quite good. And if you ever have a chance, Suntory Old Whiskey. It's actually a really affordable whiskey that is aged in sherry cask barrels, quite similar to some of the more expensive whiskies from Suntory, but at a much more modest price. And it's got this rather uniquely shaped bottle too. It's really nice. Oh oh, the 18-year-old one. Mizunara. Yes. So good. So good. I need another bottle of Japanese whiskey soon. Damn, found a man of taste. Of course you did. You were expecting anything less? Oh, what's this? Oh, parking in a prohibited area. Not for my lord, no. I think... Oh, we're nearly 3 hours in, chat, and it is getting late. I believe it is about time that we call it a night here. We will pick this up at a later time. But thank you all so much for joining me. Thank you all so much for joining me. Those wretched time zones, indeed. There will come a day when I can just stream all day. Be here with all of you. Oh, I almost forgot. Okay. Saving the best for last. Thank you, my lord, for the fun talk. Oh, I got one more thing for you, Enrique, before you go. So, I'm going to try something new in 2024. This is at the encouragement of Mimo and some other genmates in Project Astaria. Perhaps those of you who have been followers of the channel for some time are familiar with the Sanctus Ecclesia and Motivation Monday format. I'm going to be taking that and adapting it for podcasting. I'm also going to be adding in some interview segments. The idea, what I'm rolling around in my head right now, is to perhaps do this live on stream, either here on Twitch or on YouTube, or maybe even both, I don't know. But also have it released as an audio-only podcast. I am currently researching some of the logistics on that. I would like to get that distributed across multiple platforms like Spotify and the like. But, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking... In the beginning of 2024, start working on a podcast. Probably going to be flying solo for like the first few episodes, but also going to have some guests. Likely starting out with my some of my gen mates in Project Astaria. Might even start out with Mimo, I don't know. But, yeah, the idea, and I had talked about this, and it might sound like a bit of a pipe dream, but I don't know. Anything can happen these days. It just takes a willingness to pluck up the courage to ask. I should like to have not just my fellow VTubers guests, but also flesh tubers and content creators from more traditional origins and arcs, you know. Some of the things I was rolling around is like, you know, it would be awesome if I could get the lads from the suits of James Bond, or perhaps Teddy Baldassar, who is just a fantastic content creator who talks about nothing but watches. That's all he talks about. Perhaps even Andrew Morgan from Watchfinder & Co. And some other people. I mean, I know it seems awfully ambitious of me, but it would be fantastic if I could interview Chris Broad from abroad in Japan. Maybe even, Paul Kiriazi, who wrote a fantastic motivational book called How to Live the James Bond Lifestyle. I should like to have people to talk about travel. Yeah, I'm still working on a show title. Right now, tentatively, it's just the Lord Rexworth podcast. Though I may call it something like Noble Pursuits or something to that effect. But if you start with podcast, the pond is very wide. You have guests all over the world. Definitely suit the voice you've been gifted. Yeah, that's... It's funny. Mimo was saying the same thing when we were discussing this, just sort of brainstorming in VC last night. And, I mean, I've got the equipment. I've got a fantastic microphone here with this Shure SM7B. I've got great recording software with Rode Unify. And I've got Discord. And really, as long as I've got an internet connection that's stable, I can talk to anybody in the world. And it will sound fantastic. And I've got editing software with Audacity. I mean, everything's there. It's ready to go. I just need to do it. And so that's what you can expect to see in this coming year, 2024. Is going to be trying my hand at podcasting. A few solo streams, and where I'm see, that's the thing. I'm still trying to figure that out. Is how should I go about this? Should I record offline? Which I may have to do that for some anyway. That may not, I may not be able to help that. But also, there are some times I should love to turn it into content of sorts, the recording process, where it's recorded live, either on YouTube or Twitch or perhaps both. Sort of like a gentleman I regard as an Oshi, False ID from Things VTubers Say. He always records an episode of Things VTubers Say live on Twitch, edits it live on Twitch, and then uploads it to YouTube. And I've always found that to be a fantastic workflow. Might try my hand at doing the same. But if all else fails, I can always record offline and upload later. Yeah. I can't deny it then. Looking forward to that. You can record it beforehand and then talk about it in stream. Hey, Resort, welcome, welcome. Guessing I'm a bit late. Yeah, well, I actually just paused gameplay for RoboCop and was talking about something to expect in the coming year. Going to be trying my hand at podcasting. Was brainstorming the idea with Mimo, who has a podcast of his own called A Bit Sus, and of which I'm going to be a guest on his program. I believe in the first week of the year, of the new year, and so you can look forward to that. But also going to be trying my own hand at that. Something else I might consider doing, since it's mostly an audible medium, inserting some ASMR work into the podcast. So we'll see about that. The format is still a bit nebulous at this point, but yeah, this is something I have been feeling a need to experiment with and explore further. Something I should want to do. Another way to sort of expand my reach and perhaps even track some more followers, build a bigger following, not just through the live streaming, but also through other forms of content. And it really would be a lot of old hat for me, because of my background in radio. So many radio people, especially old line radio people, have made the move over to podcasting. And I mean, it just makes sense, because that's where the future of audio-based entertainment is in podcasting. It's not in radio. Nobody hardly listens to the radio anymore. Certain European countries have turned off the AM band. And yeah, it's just in an absolute freefall in terms of viewership or in listenership. Radio suffering from the Woolworths effect, not just in the US, but imagine worldwide. It's absolutely awful, because, it just... People's tastes have changed, especially with the advent of the smartphone. You don't need radio. You don't need DJs to decide what you're listening to. You've got AIs and algorithms that can decide that for you through things like Spotify, or you yourself can build your own playlist and be your own DJ. And there's just such a wide variety of content that's available through podcasting that you don't. You just don't need radio anymore. Nobody does. And frankly, it's probably a thing that just needs to kind of go the way of the dodo bird, or just become something more of a niche medium. Become like the vinyl records of broadcasting. I don't know. But anyway, that's something I'm going to be working on in the coming year. So all of you here are witness to that. And I think that's a good place to sort of close out tonight's program. Is some hope for the future, and something to look forward to. So, with all of that, I would say look forward to that coming soon. And again, thank you, my lord. Hope you have a great rest. Yes, thank you so much, Enrique. And thanks for joining the Discord. Again, it's lovely to have you. And do make yourself at home. Let's see. On that note, we're going to find someone to raid. Let's see who is... Who have we not raided in a while? Let me see who's online right now. And let's see, there's 4 of us. I tell you what. Let's go raid Shenga. He's still working towards affiliate, I believe. So let me go ahead and set up the raid here. Raid Shinga VT. Playing Half-Life 2. We're going to be... yeah, I think he's still working towards affiliate. He's close, though. So let's all... now that there's 4 of us here, 5 if you count me, let's go ahead and head on over to Shengo's stream and help him with that, because he needs to... then again, I don't know how that stuff works. Basically, what happens is you got... in order to get to affiliate status, you got to get 50 followers, and you've got to have an average of 3 viewers, 3 active viewers per stream, on average over 30 days. He's close. He's got most everything in place. He just needs that average view count. It's sort of like the thing I struggled with for a little while. So, let's pay it forward. Help him out. There's the copy pasta. I'll see all of you tomorrow for Hitman World of Assassination. I'm Lord Rexworth, wishing you all the best, and God bless.